time on Custom Works, we're working once again on the WTF 100, and we're going to be concentrating on the bonnet, we're going to be concentrating on the wings, and we're going to be saying how we're going to shape all of that and get it smooth. So there's going to be a lot of sanding, a lot of filling, a lot of shaping, then some more sanding, some more filling, some more shaping, then sanding, then filling. That I think you can see how this is going to go. Alright, so here we're still doing this, the taxi pickup, and we've got the polystyrene to, you know, it's around about the right shape. So now what we're doing is putting some plaster on. This is bonding coat, and it's the same stuff we did at the top of the doors. What I've done with this, I've added, just into each bucketful, I've added a cup full of cement, and, you know, just normal builder's cement. And what the cement does, it makes the thermal chemical reaction happen a bit quicker. Of course, we're putting it here onto either painted steel or onto this polystyrene sort of base, and there's no suction in that, there's no absorption. So like this went on a couple of days ago and that's still quite damp, so the little bit of cement in there makes the thermal reaction happen a little bit faster and it sets a little bit quicker. So here we go. We're going to add this side of the bonnet onto here. So at the minute, quite a sort of rough shape. I always like to, I mix the plaster so it's like a sort of a little bit thinner than Bondo. A bit like Top Stop Gold, something like that. Right then, so that's it, putting it on. Best thing to do, put it on, don't worry about getting it smooth, it doesn't matter, as long as it's on and round about the right sort of shape. As it starts to set, we get this situation where this has been on for, I don't know, just under an hour, it's starting to dry, and it sort of stiffens and holds its shape. When it gets, you know, about like this, you can always give it quick spritz of water using just a normal Bondo spreader. You know, you can really start to get the smoothness, and it's not really a finish, but you can definitely get it a lot smoother. Knock a lot of that graveliness down, which is the jab light in it, and yeah, you can really smooth that out. Just remember though, none of this is staying. We're only getting it so it's painted, so we can easily take a fibreglass mould off of this. All of this that you see here eventually will all be in the bin. Alright, and so when we've got plaster over the polystyrene, this is what we're doing to shape it. So really simple tools, surf on and little like scrapey surf on. Alright, so we're really getting into it now. We're getting into some like real details here. So we've got this sort of, I don't know what it is, bulge, swage line thing that's down the centre of the bonnet. And also, we came back to this, we've got this a little bit better, it still needs some work. But this fades into this piece nicely. One problem with the tax is it's a little bit too wide here, and getting this transition to be smooth is quite difficult. But so wheel arch is still looking really scruffy. What we're going to do is we're going to put a forming piece in here, probably something flexible like strip of Foamex, something like that, and bring that out so it makes a nice clean aperture around the wheel. As I've said before, what I do, I mix the bonding coat with a bit of cement, and it gives you this. It dries in about 20 minutes, but then it sort of stays damp. Like this has been on for quite a while, but I can still really easily shape this. It's a bit like having car body filler that you can, you know, just sand a lot easier. But that gets the basic shape. I've also fitted the headlights here. Well, just the headlight buckets that hold the lights. Hopefully they're in the right place. You know, we can still move things around. Doesn't really matter. but they're giving us some sort of datum point of where the lights will be, so we can get this radius to follow around near the lights. So this is one of the grill bars that I've made. It's got a bit of a V there. It's a nice sort of shape, and it's just carved in wood. This will be covered in filler, primed, painted, and then I will make a mould from fibreglass for this. There goes one, if you imagine. You know, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those down there, and that forms the F1 grill. And then there'll be a gap behind so the air can flow through. So we've put quite a lot of high build primer on. Now this has gone wrong. I don't know what, but there was some sort of crap in the paint, and we've got lots of bits, but it doesn't matter because we're going to sand all this down. So what we'll be doing today with the long block sander, we'll be sanding this down, taking the surface off, and as you can see, this primer sands quite nicely, and we're going to get it down so it's all like this, and nice and smooth, and we can see all the high and low spots. And then we'll give it another coat of primer after doing after filling the low spots with a bit of filler or stopper. We'll give it another coat. So I've flayed the whole car down with the long block and also with the little round DA. And now I've been putting on stopper. I always use this sicking stuff. And what I'm looking for when I'm doing this, I'm looking for anything really bad. Like here, there's a few sort of, this is where the sanders dug in a little bit because I had the 40 grit in before. So just using the edge of the applicator there, just to to strike the level, and feathering it as much as I can, and just going over that, and that's it. When I sand that up, that'll be gone. There's another bit there. You can go around for ages. This will be covered though in another coat of high build primer. As we're just using it as a mould, I think I can do it in 320 and then 2K gloss over that, and it'll be fine to take the mould off. We couldn't film in the booth because that was a lot of paint. The car's now in black primer, and my god, that was a lot of paint. Anyway, tomorrow we'll be flattening it down, and then we'll be putting some colour on. Next time we'll be concentrating on the rear fenders and trying to get those as identical as we possibly can. But remember, that's all for this week, but if you liked it, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for regular updates, and click the thumbs up sign, give us a big thumbs up, and join us again next week on Custom Works.